Hello everyone, great to have you with us. Welcome along to round one of the Adrenaline GT3 Championship. We are here at Daytona in the night, ready for a night race. It's going to be a cracker. Lobby A was a cracker. Lobby B is set up to be exactly the same. Let's run you through the grid order now. So we've got Yao Chin Hut on pole, hope I said that right. With a 145.2, and then just behind him we've got Bump Run XL Aksaga in third, BBL Sin Killer in fourth, 666 Prevails in fifth, Porsche GT in sixth, Isaac Fogg in seventh, and BBL Shinobi coming out of eighth. We have Alba in ninth, Jay Ballack in 10th, COFR Grim Death in 11th, Bazar in 12th, HC Renegade in 13th, Arish Rebel in 14th, B. Purton in 15th, and Muguki rounding out the grid. It's a very, very competitive grid. Everyone's fairly close on times, and there is a little bit of differing strategy, but whereas Lobby A was only a few people on the hards, it's actually spot on 50-50. We've got 8 cars on the hard tyres, 8 cars on the soft tyres. Our hard tyre runners are Yao Chin Hut, Aksaga, Isaac Fogg, Alba, Grim Death, Renegade, Rebel, and Irish Rebel and Muguki. So watch out for those guys. They will be pitting early. Whereas XL, BBL Sinkilla, 666 Prevails, Porsche GT, BBL Shinobi, J Ballack, Bazza, and B Purton, they'll all be trying to stay out for as long as they can, make those soft tyres last as long as they can. Let's run you through the track map. So we're here at Daytona Road Course, a 5.73 kilometer circuit, 3.56 miles for the Americans that are tuning in, 12 turns, including the inner infield section and the bus stop down the back, 16 laps. Look out for action at turn 3 at the International Horseshoe. If you can get a nice run out of turn 1, you will get a run down into and make a move. You could make a move into the hairpin at or the horseshoe at turn 3. Also could make a move into turn 1 if you get a good enough run coming down the back straight. Remember, over 50% of this circuit is, in terms of distance, is the oval circuit. So it is the banked running. So people will be drafting down the straights and through the banked corners. The bus stop is also a place to look out for action there. It cannot go side by side through there. It is single file. So if there are cars side by side coming into there, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So this is going to be a good one to watch. Can't wait to check it all out. We're looking forward to it. Let's jump into it now. Alright, here we go then. They're away. And over the line before the timer goes, but we're all good. Everyone's away cleanly. Everyone's got a good start. No one seems to be side by side into turn 1. Apologies, that's making me sick. I'm trying to get a good angle on this. But here we go. No one seems to have made any major issues so far. We've got a bit of a battle here. Ballack looking up the side in the inside of Alba. Obviously, Ballack on those soft tyres wants to make inroads early in that lovely M4 styled BMW M6. Alba obviously starting on the hard tyres, so going to be a little bit of pace difference there between these guys. So Ballack will want to make inroads early here on the cars in front. Everyone just sort of in an order to start with, actually, surprisingly. And a half-second penalty for Yao Chin Hut. So Bump and Run XL has got the lead there off the start. We did miss that. Bump and Run XL is out in front, and a half-second penalty as Aksaga is looking up to get past BBL Sinkilla here. These guys locked in battle, this front group. have all of these guys except for Aksaga on the soft tyres. So Aksaga on the hard tyres. So there's going to be a bit of a pace difference here. Coming into the... Oh, Porsche GT, he's made contact. Tried to take advantage of Sinkiller rolling out of it to let Aksaga go. And Porsche GT's made contact with Sinkiller, and there will be a half-second penalty for Sinkiller, I would assume, for track limits. And he's now going to be overtaken by 666 Prevails. So the rule that's been established is that when you're burning the penalty, you need to burn it to the outside. Didn't see Yao-Chin Hut do that there, and neither did Sinkiller, but the rule is supposed to be you burn it to the outside off the racing line. So Sinkiller now going to come under threat from Isaac Fogg and Shinobi behind. Isaac Fogg obviously also under pressure. A bit of contact there, I think, but Fogg's backed out of it. But obviously Fogg on those hard tyres along with Aksaga, and Shinobi behind him on the soft tyres. And look at that lovely Red Bull Boost Mobile livery that Isaac Fogg is running. There's some brilliant liveries in this field, I have to say, including that of this Jag. Look at the Jag that Shinobi is running. Absolutely wonderful. I do apologise if there's a couple awkward silences or a few awkward gaps this week. I am running on my own. Chris, my co-host, was not able to make it this week, but we're hoping to have him back next week and running strong. We miss you, Chris. It's not the same up here by myself, but we are having a good time nonetheless, and some great racing certainly makes it a lot more enjoyable, as Bump and Run XL has broken quite clear of the pack. You can see him all the way out there, as Shinobi now looks up the inside of Isaac Fogg. He's going to get past, obviously on the grippier tyres, and I don't think Isaac Fogg will battle that too hard. He doesn't want to lose too much time before he comes in. I don't think these hard tyre runners will stay out too long. So Jay Ballack behind. So Shinobi, you can see just how much time he gains in the bus stop there. So just superior grip all around. Aksaga, the other front runner on those hard tyres. So we did miss that Yao-Chin Hut did in fact pit. So he has pitted lap 1. So he's gone onto those soft tyres extremely early. We have another car in the pits, and it is Aksaga. So Aksaga is in also extremely early. So there's probably going to have to be a bit of fuel saving here. As we worked out, you only get about 13 laps out of a tank of fuel around here. So probably a bit of fuel saving going to have to happen here. Irish Rebel, not sure what happened to him. We'll try and find out. But down the order, disappointing for him. Didn't qualify probably as well as he wanted to, and he's ended up down the order. Nice Irish flag on the banner of his AMG Mercedes there. So a very nice livery from him. Looks great. Aksaga now coming out of the pits. Going to come out in 14th. Check in with our leader, Bump and Run XL. He has quite literally run in the lovely looking Penrite. I believe that's the Supra. Lovely looking Penrite Supra. He has bolted. Is running while he can, possibly fuel saving as well. Getting away from these cars behind. Porsche GT running in second currently in the E-Tech EMA livery. Manthe, I think it's Manthe livery, but Prevails now on the back of him. This is going to be close. We've got a nice close-up camera angle here of these guys into the bus stop. As we said, can't go too wide into there, but looking for room now, these two are. And Prevails, he's going to sort of try and push them up. Will they work together to try and catch XL? Or will Prevails try and go for the move to get past Porsche GT here? We're not entirely sure. But I think we're going to find out very soon, actually. He's on the back of him. And we've got a bit of a battle going on in the background. I believe that's Ballack and Isaac Fogg. Prevails is going to have a look around the outside as we come down towards turn 1. But I don't think he's going to be quite close enough. And what's happening with Ballack and Fogg? Fogg has held out for now. Ballack will stay behind. It's quite close up the front here, though. And Porsche GT just covers the inside, moves back to the outside, and a bit of a helping hand there from Prevails to get around the corner. This is extremely close racing between these guys. Obviously, a slight mix of strategy here from these cars, but I believe 2nd through 5th are all on the soft tyre. So very similar strategy. There we go. Prevails up the inside now on Porsche GT. That move is for 2nd. got that done. Brilliant move in the 666 Racing AMG. Bit loose on the exit there. Just touched the curb, and those curbs will bite. So he got a little bit loose on the exit of the curb there, and that's invited Porsche GT back into this battle. And he has the inside line. There's a little bit of contact. They're trying to get the side draft. And Sinkilla and Shinobi behind. I feel like this is where a lot of the action's going to be. Ballack has got past Isaac Fogg as well off screen, so that is a change of position. Isaac Fogg obviously on those harder tyres. Probably not fighting that one too hard. As Prevails lets Porsche GT go through, and this has invited Sinkilla into this now as well. So here we go. These four are going to be inseparable. I feel like this is going to go on for quite some time. They're using each other to draft down the front straight. Sinkilla having a look around the outside of Porsche GT. A little bit of lag here, but for the most part, Prevails is going to try and go around the outside. That's going to mean that Sinkilla's going to have a look up the inside of Porsche GT. He doesn't get there. Isaac Fogg's into the pits. So he's going to move to the soft tyres. As we said, running fairly early. If you're a hard tyre runner, you want to get in fairly early to change over. I think we'll see quite a few hard tyre runners do that this lap. But this is where the action is. Sinkilla having a look up the inside of Prevails now. Will he make the move stick? Or they're going to come out of the corner side by side. One on exit for Prevails. And they're going to go side by side down towards turn 4 and 5. Sinkilla just drops in behind, so Prevails does prevail there on that one. And this has given Porsche GT just a little bit of breathing room. Sinkilla's going to have a look up the inside. They make contact. And, this is, side-to-side contact as Prevails gets loose on the exit there. And he's going to slot in behind Sinkilla to give him the position. And this is wonderful for Porsche GT, who's just breezing away. And even better for Bump and Run XL, who has bolted. He has got quite a considerable gap to the field, to the cars in front. Now, we have had 2 DNFs, unfortunately. Bazza has DNF'd due to connection issues and mechanical failure for Irish Rebel. Has meant that they are unfortunately out of this one. Shinobi has a look up the inside of Prevails, but thinks better of it coming to there. This is good for Ballack as well, who's slowly working his way up into this battle pack in front. So they're going to continue to battle as we sort of look down the field now. Purton sort of running out on his own. Renegade running with Alba here. This is a close battle in the Boost Mobile. I think it's the FR1 Toyota. So the lovely Boost Mobile Erebus livery here from HC Renegade, and Grimdeath sitting behind these guys as well. So Grimdeath and Alba both on those hard tyres, and it's going to be Renegade in and Grimdeath in as well. Alba going to continue on those hard tyres. And then here we go. So Maguki also in. Aksaga will come past these guys in the pits. Isaac Fogg also currently sitting in last, but has just stopped, mind you, in that, as I said, the beautiful Rebel Boost livery. But he will jump these guys in the pit lane. Well, he will jump these guys who have pitted, which you would expect to, considering he was a fair distance ahead of them at the start of this one. So he'll move up to 11th, Aksaga in 10th, and Yao Chinhat is the first of our stoppers in that wonderful NXX in 9th. A little bit of lag from him. Alba running around in 8th, yet to stop on the hard tyres, so we should see him in shortly. B. Purton, and then Ballack is catching up to these guys behind. He's not far off now, and Prevails has caught back up to Porsche GT. Sinkilla's up to 2nd, so we missed that. Here we go. Prevails looking to the outside. Porsche GT is going to squeeze him to the wall as we come into the... and I thought they were going to try and go side by side there, but he's thought better of it, and that's pretty good from Prevails. Smart racing. Just back out of it, give yourself a nicer run through the bus stop, and then you can catch back up to the back of him here, have a look into turn 1. So the draft is so powerful around here, and this is the group of cars that Aksaga and Isaac Fogg and probably Yalchin Hart are chasing to beat once they stop. Porsche GT is going to dive in, so he's dove in early. He started on the soft tyre, so that's a bold strategy from him to pit on lap 7 on soft tyres and move to hards this early. I think that's probably going to throw him off a bit, but we're going to tune in with him actually, because I'm curious to see where he comes out. So we'll keep an eye on that battle pack down the front, but Sinkilla, Prevails and Shinobi to continue in that battle pack. Bump and Run XL running off on his own. He's the one you can see in turn 5 currently. Here we go. Tyre change for Porsche GT. Isaac Fogg just coming along the front straight into turn 1 now. Fuel going in for Porsche GT. He's going to fuel all the way up. Where's Isaac Fogg? Here he goes. He's coming to the pit exit now. Porsche GT exiting the pit lane now. This is going to be close. But Isaac Fogg's going to have the measure of him, I would think. Porsche GT is going to give him a little bit of a bump there on the exit. But for now, I think they're good. Porsche GT, oh, he's got out on the dirt, trying to get to the outside of Isaac Fogg, and you can see he's just clipped the grass there as well, Isaac Fogg. But Porsche GT on those hard tyres, you would think that is the end of that for him. These guys have also stopped, so Renegade, Grimdeath, and Alba have stopped. Are on the soft tyres now as well. Grass clip there for Alba, but these guys are all running to catch these 4-5 drivers here. I don't know if Bump and Run XL is going to be catchable with the gap he has pulled, but Purton, Balak, Prevails, Shinobi, as they go side by side. Prevails in the banking, round the outside. He might make this work, and I think he has. Wonderful move from Shinobi around the outside of the banking. That's very hard to do because he's dropped off the back of Bump and Run XL here. No, not Bump and Run XL, sorry, Sin Killer, who has pulled away slightly. Slight gap. Balak still hanging off the back of these guys. Here we go. Prevail's going to look at the inside of Shinobi now. Does he get the car stopped? Yes, he does. And yeah, wow, this is a great battle. So let's sit on board with Prevails now. We're going to sit on board, just run a lap here. I'll leave you to it. This is a lap of Daytona with 66 Prevails in this battle group. Have fun. What a circuit and what a battle these guys are having. And Sinkiller obviously dropped behind there now, so he's behind these guys after a small mistake from him. So he's off the back of this group now. So Prevails and Sinkiller, Prevails and Shinobi actually running second and third. I'm going to check in with these guys behind. So Yao-Shin Hut catching up to B. Purton now and hoping to probably make inroads. So I'm not sure where he sits on fuel currently, but he did stop lap 1, so he's probably going to do a fair bit of fuel saving, so he might want to actually use Purton as a bit of a buffer to sort of just sit behind. You can hear him sort of rolling out a little bit there. He's a little bit laggy, so there may be a bit of a connection issue there. But he is sort of just trying to fuel save, as you can see. Oh, he's had a moment. He's round. We can't see where he is. But yellow flags are out, and he has spun. And Axaga's going to go through, get past him. He's going to get going again. Here comes Isaac Fogg. Can he take advantage of this and get past him as well. That was a massive moment for Yao-Chin Hart, and not good at all. He is lagging a bit still, so not sure whether that has something to do with it. 3-second penalty for Aksaga for overtaking under yellow flags. I feel like he got stiffed a little bit there, but it does mean that these three are going to get very close now. Yao-Chin Hart's going to go around the outside of Aksaga, and it's going to bring Isaac Fogg right into this battle. So this is going to be nice and close now between these three drivers. Isaac Fogg on the back of Aksaga now, looking to make a move. Can he take advantage? I feel like that was a bit of a stiff penalty there for Aksaga, the overtaking under yellows. But obviously, you know, that's the nature of Gran Turismo. You never know what's going to happen. So Yao-Chin Hart trying to make up for lost time now, trying to run away. Isaac Fogg just sitting in behind, looks on the inside. They've made contact, and Aksaga gets loose. So I'm not sure how clean that one was. I'm not sure whether that was lag or what that was, but that doesn't look very clean from Isaac Fogg. So they may have a look at that one, but Aksaga now sits in 9th, Isaac Fogg in 8th, and Yao-Chin Hart in 7th. Isaac Fogg chasing down Yao-Chin Hart, who is lagging quite badly now in this one. Here we go, down towards the bus stop. He's having a look. Isaac Fogg, I think he's going to make this one stick. Yes, he is. He's got past him, and Yao-Chin Hart has a 5.5 second penalty as well for track limits. But we're going to have to see what happens here, because Aksaga's invited himself back into this one as well. So this is going to be really close. Here we go. Aksaga side by side with Isaac Fogg. This is so close. Down into turn 1. What is going to happen? How is this going to go? And he just lets him go. I think Isaac Fogg just lets Aksaga go, who runs deep into the corner. But he's just going to let him go, and that's going to resolve that one for now. And these guys behind are hoping that maybe there's a little bit more battling than needed, as Yao-Chin Hart is in the pits, so he won't be able to make it to the end on fuel. So he has pitted. Bump and Run XL, look at the gap that he has. There he is. You cannot even see the next car on the screen, on the camera, watching them run down that back straight. They are only just on the back straight now. Here they are. So look, the gap he has is absolutely massive. And it just goes to show that his pace around here and his craftsmanship and his racecraft is second to none. He has driven a brilliant race, and something he should be very proud of. But these guys, lap 11 now, they're going to be getting low on fuel soon. So they're going to want to come in probably within the next, hopefully within the next 3 laps or so. So we'll see what happens here. But Shinobi's going to have a look around the outside of 666 Prevails. Can he make it stick down into turn 1? I think so. Prevails are going to pull in behind him. Try for maybe the switchback into turn 1. Deep on the brakes, doesn't quite make the switchback work. Shinobi parks it on the apex at the exit of turn 1 and just cuts off that switchback move. Very smart racing from him. These guys very close. Balak just sort of running around on his own, staying out of trouble, running a very clean race. The question everyone's going to be asking, I'm sure, is Aksaga and Isaac Fogg, now the lead 2 cars that have pitted. Where are they going to come out? They obviously won't come out near Bump and Run XL. I don't think they've got that much of an advantage over these guys. But where are they going to come out in relation to these 3 cars here and Balak behind? How close are they going to be to this battle pack? We will have to find out. Obviously, remember, all these cars on soft tyres. But Isaac Fogg and Aksaga on fresher softs, about 5 lap fresher softs, and also are running softs to the end, not hard tyres. So this is going to be a close race. Down to the bus stop now. Vales and Sikila just sort of chilling back behind Shinobi. I think they're all just trying to take it in turns to run to run at the front and fuel save. Isaac Fogg and Aksaga, nothing really going on between these two. It is close now. Porsche GT and Grim Death. So the battle for the back half of the top 10 is starting to heat up. Porsche GT obviously on the hard tyres, so on the slower tyres. And that is a car in the pits. That was Shinobi in the pits. So Shinobi has pitted. We're going to have to see where he comes out, but we're focused on this battle for the moment. And Porsche GT runs way too deep into there. And, I think there's been contact with Grim Death. And he's going to have to fall down the order. He's got a half-second penalty now. But I think there was contact. Porsche GT tried to go side by side with Grim Death into a corner you can't really go side by side in, and it just didn't work. It just backfired for him. But Isaac Fogg, here we go. Shinobi, fuel going in for Shinobi. Where will he come out? Isaac Fogg entering turn 1 now. He's going to come out. Where is Aksaga? There is Aksaga. Where is Shinobi? There he is in the hairpin. So 4 laps left. Can he catch? Can both these guys catch Shinobi? And where will they come out in regards to BBL Sinkiller and Prevails? Because this is going to be a close one, I would think. So Grim Death ahead of Porsche GT now, and so is HT Renegade. There was a change of position there with Grim Death as well, so not entirely sure what's happened there. But the battle for the top 10, it certainly isn't over yet. It's certainly a close one. We're going to have to keep an eye on that, but we're also keeping an eye on this. So Shinobi, how long can he stay in front of Aksaga and Isaac Fogg? Prevails, Sinkiller, Bumper Run XL is in, so our leader is in. Don't think he's going to have to stress too much about being overtaken by anyone, really, because he has plenty of time before he pits. But here we go, Sinkiller is in. So plenty of time before the first pitted car will catch up to Bumper Run XL. So Prevails will assume the race lead for now. Balak stays out as well, so we'll assume the race lead as second place in this race. Bumper Run XL, fuel going in now for him. Fuel is done, and he is out before B. Purton, who is also yet to stop, has even caught up. So here we go, Sinkiller. That is Shinobi coming across the start-finish line now. Fuel going in for BBL Sinkiller. That's Aksaga. So Shinobi and Aksaga into turn 1. Isaac Fogg now entering turn 1. Here we go. So Sinkiller pit out. Shinobi is just there. So hasn't quite caught up to him, Shinobi. So that extra lap on softs actually helped because Shinobi was ahead of Sinkiller before these stops, remember. So that extra lap on softs has paid off for BBL Sinkiller. And Aksaga is considerably closer to the back of Shinobi now. So how long before Shinobi is under threat from Aksaga? This is going to be a close finish. Only 3 laps to go. 2 laps after this one. Prevails should in theory come in this lap, and so should Balak. They've got to be close on fuel. No more than 2 more laps can they run, because otherwise they break the mandatory tyre rules, and they also mandatory pit stop rules, so they do have to stop and change tyres. Here we go, Shinobi chasing down BBL Sinkiller. Both of these guys on hard tyres now. Aksaga behind on the soft tyres, and Isaac Fogg behind him also on the soft tyres. So Prevails is in. So the other member of this battle pack is in. And it's starting to get close now. So where, and J Balak says that for 1 more lap, where will Prevails come out in all of this? So Bumper Run XL has just overtaken J Balak, obviously on a much better, much fresher tyre, Bumper Run XL, and it has got the pace. So that overtake is done. So Prevails is in. Tyres going on. BBL Sinkiller, Shinobi, and Aksaga cross the start-finish line now. Tyres going on for Prevails. Fuel going in. Doesn't need a lot of fuel to get to the end of this one. But here we go. Aksaga Prevails at pit exit. Where will he come out? Quite way ahead of this group, I would think. Yes, he does. So quite a fair way ahead of this group. He's in the hairpin. But here we go. This is getting close now. Aksaga, Sinkiller, and Shinobi all on each other. All battling side by side. Aksaga trying to get past. Oh, and Sinkiller's gone sideways. The contact with Aksaga, they got locked together in side-by-side contact, and that has meant that Sinkiller has been spat off and will come now behind Isaac Fogg, and Aksaga will inherit 4th place, provisional 3rd. So they'll also have to have a look at that one. But Shinobi now as well will come up to provisional 4th place. Isaac Fogg up to provisional 5th. So wonderful for these guys. Balak is the only car yet to stop. And Sinkilla down in now provisional 6th. So a bit disappointing there. That was fairly big contact. And it looked like they just got locked in side by side, just sort of wheel locked, and it just spat Sinkilla sideways enough to spin him off into the grass. And it was lucky that Shinobi avoided contact, and Fogg also did well to avoid making contact as well. So Balak is in. Here comes Prevails. Here we go. So Prevails coming down the front straight. He will jump Balak. Aksaga will jump Balak. Shinobi will jump Balak. Isaac Fogg possibly going to jump Balak. So here he comes. In he is. Fuel and tyres. Don't need a lot of fuel. So Isaac Fogg coming into turn 1 now. Will Grim Death jump Balak? That is what I'm looking at now. So pit out for Jay Balak. Here he goes just behind Isaac Fogg. He is. But I don't think he'll grab him because the hard tyres are significantly disadvantaged even on a used soft. So Shinobi chased down by Isaac Fogg. Bump and run XL. He's way out in front of this one. He's going to win this. Isaac Fogg and Shinobi. The battle is on between these two. We're going to keep an eye on where Bump and Run XL is. You can see him coming down now onto the back straight to down towards the bus stop. Isaac Fogg and Shinobi, they're going to go side by side into this one. Fogg's going to try the switchback. Shinobi runs a bit wide, gives him the room. And Isaac Fogg, he's going to go. He's going to get ahead of him here. And Shinobi's going to try and bump draft him all the way down the straight. So Bump and Run XL coming into turn 12 now, the final corner. He's going to take this one out. We're going to stay with this just for a little bit longer, just to see what happens into here. Isaac Fogg carries the speed in, but we need to give props to this man in the Penrite livery. He's going to cross the line, take out race 1 in Lobby B of the AGT Championship. Prevails is going to come home in 2nd place in a brilliant result for him, albeit a considerable way behind. And I can see 2 cars side by side in the background. That is Isaac Fogg and Shinobi, and I think Shinobi is going to get him, and he is. What a finish between those two, so close. Jay Balak comes home 6th, Sinkilla 7th, Grim Death in 8th, HC Renegade 9th, Alba 10th, Porsche GT 11th, B Purton 12th, Maguki in 13th is going to come across the line, and Yalchin Hut is going to be the last of our finishers after he didn't quite get his fuel strategy right, had to pit again for fuel, and it put him just out of contention today. Disappointing for our pole sitter. Going to come across the line to finish 13th. And I should mention Aksaga with the fastest lap of the race, as well as a podium place for him. So very competitive race. A lot went down in that one. A lot to break down. And I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about afterwards. But we're going to run you through the results now. So by a whole 16 seconds, Bump and Run XL over 666 Prevails. Aksaga in 3rd. BBL Shinobi 4th. Isaac Fogg in 5th. Jay Balak in 6th. BBL Sinkilla in 7th. CFR Grim Death in 8th. HC Renegade 9th. Alba 10th. Porsche GT 11th. B Purton 12th. Yalchin Hut in 13th. Irish Rebel, Bazza and Maguki all DNF unfortunately in this one, and will finish 15th, 14th, 15th and 16th. So disappointing for those guys. Would have liked a stronger result in that one, but not much you can do unfortunately for mechanical DNFs. So driver of the day for me in that one, it has to be Bump and Run XL. Just a beautifully driven race, gapped the field early. Didn't really see much of him, didn't get a lot of airtime, but he was just so far out in front that he wasn't really troubled by anyone in that one. A great race from him, so he has to be our driver of the day today. Just absolutely beautiful. And there was one warning, no penalties, but one warning for ESR Renegade, he did receive a warning for burning his penalty on the racing line, and I think there was a couple of those warnings that were handed out, so definitely something that'll be made clearer in next week's driver's briefing. But yes, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great having your company. If you haven't already, make sure you go and check out Lobbies A and C. Definitely worth watching. Absolute crackers of a race. There was super close racing all around here at Daytona. As always, I've been Isaac. Thank you so much for your company. We'll see you next week for round 2 at Fuji. Thanks and goodbye.